What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Grillin' NTX. Today we're in the backyard and we are smoking a tri-tip in the Weber kettle, a very popular cut in California. I'm sure a few of you know what this is, but it's meant to be cooked as a steak in general. But today we're going to be trying to cook it low and slow. It should be a great cook. Please stick around if you're interested. Thank you. Let's get into this cook. Alrighty, so here's the star of the show. It's about a 4-pound tri-tip. I trimmed it up. This is the meat side. But basically what I did is I removed the fat cap, took off some silver skin. There's still a few pieces here and there, but it's okay. Took off a little bit of excess fat that was on this part. But yeah, what I did yesterday was I dry brined it, which means I basically just hit it with a very good coating of salt. And I let that sit for 24 hours, and so the salt's penetrated into the meat. What we're gonna do here, as far as seasoning is, we're gonna take a little bit of olive oil, just a little. This is just gonna be our binder. What we're going with is 16 mesh black pepper as always. Make sure to get the sides. Now, we're gonna go on with the layer, some granulated garlic powder. Just a nice heavy layer. Same thing on the other side. So this is the fat cap side. A little bit of silver skin under there, but that will be fine once it starts cooking. But we're just gonna do the exact same thing. Alrighty, so we got the pit up to 250 and it's time to put the tri-tip on. We're gonna let it rock at 250 for a few hours and see how it's doing in about 3 hours. Alrighty, so we're about an hour and a half into the cook, and now I'm just gonna rotate the tri-tip just to make sure everything cooks evenly. But we're about to see how it's looking. Yeah, I like what I see. It's got a nice dark bark, not dark, but you know, mahogany colored bark. It is getting a little crispy around these edges, but we could probably fix up a little bit of foil. But yeah, it's still feeling really firm. The fat is goldening up, starting to render slightly, but definitely needs a lot more time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flip it around. Just like that, and let it keep going. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're about 5 hours into the cook, and it's feeling pretty good. Still a little bit, maybe a little springy, but it's got decent fat render on there. And it's around the high 170s, so it's about time to wrap. But basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this unwaxed butcher paper, give it a nice little spritz to make the wrap tight. We're gonna place this here. Just like that. Fold over, bottom up, fat side up, fat side down, fat side up. Alright, so we got it all wrapped up in the butcher paper. Now we're just gonna place it back on the pit until it's tender and ready to go. Alrighty, so here's the tri-tip all wrapped up in butcher paper. We brought it in, took it off the pit once it felt nice and soft, and once it reached around internal temperature around 200. But the most important thing is that it felt soft. We brought it in to rest. It's been resting for about 25 minutes. So take a look at it. And there it is. Here's a nice brisket looking slice. Shredded a little bit on the bark, but not bad. Looks pretty nice. Holds up under its own weight and then pulls apart. It's pretty good. I got a decent smoke flavor to it. Good seasoning. Bark's maybe a little bit soft for my taste, but it's pretty nice. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. So that's gonna conclude the video. If you guys did enjoy it, please drop a like down below. Consider subscribing to the channel and turn those notifications on. As always, we'll see you in the next episode of Grilled in TX. See you guys later.